Hi, today I'm doing a very exciting video. It's a video that I know a couple of people have been waiting for because I've been getting messages about it on Instagram, but I'm going to be talking about my signed book collection, and I'm also going to be making an announcement and also telling everyone about how to access a giveaway. These are the signed books that I'm going to be talking about, and 2 lucky winners are going to have the chance at winning either a signed Robin Hobb book or a signed Sarah J Maas. So if you want to see how you can get one of them, stick to the end of the video. First I'm going to be talking a little bit about which signed books that I have and how I acquired them, and how you can get your hands on signed books if that's something that you want to know more about. Signed books are like the gold standard in book collecting. Every person that has any sort of hobby in books or any interest in reading understands that signed books are like a currency. Having a book that's signed by your favourite author just makes that book so much more special to you. I'm really pleased that I have signed books that are by some of my favourite authors, and I know that they're things that are absolutely priceless to me and I would never part with. Most of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about is applicable to the UK because that is where I live and that's where I acquire signed books. I'm not sure about how you would do this internationally. If any of my international viewers would like to impart some wisdom, please let people know in the comments and I'll actually pin them to the top. The majority of my signed books come from Wanderness. You can get these either in store if an author has been travelling through and they've done an event. Usually they'll sign a surplus of books for them to be sold in the store, or you can go online. I'll leave the link to the Waterstones page where they do sell signed and special edition books in the description. I'm not affiliated with them, so if you buy anything from there, I'm not part of that. I'm not paid to promote them. At the moment, I know you can get a signed copy of The Priory of the Orange Tree, and you can get Heartstopper Volume 3, which when I saw them I really had to stop myself from buying them. If you do have a Waterstones near you, it's worth going into the shop and asking to be signed up to their email list, or find a way to be notified when they have author events, because they will have more author events than what you think they do. And usually at an author event you can take your books and the author will sign them after they've done a talk. It didn't used to cost any money for the tickets, but I do believe that they charge about £5 now, depending on the author. Otherwise, they probably just have a signed edition online to buy. Another great place in the UK to get signed edition books is the Forbidden Planet website. I've bought a lot of Christmas gifts from there for friends that like to read. I've bought them signed books from there. They especially have a great selection of science fiction and fantasy books that are signed by authors if you are interested in that genre. I didn't find it until very recently, but now I always look, and they have a wealth of signed editions on there. Generally, I wouldn't purchase signed edition books outside of Waterstones and Forbidden Planet unless I know that I can absolutely trust the bookseller. Otherwise, it's very easy that anyone can just pick up a pen and write in a book. Signed edition books can actually be pretty valuable. One of the books that I'm giving away, I've actually looked on eBay to see how much they are worth, and they are worth hundreds of pounds. So someone is very lucky. I did second guess whether I should actually give it away because I was like, wow, this is worth some dough, but I am not personally a fan of that author or that series, and I would rather give it to someone that I know would really appreciate it. The value of a signed book usually depends on how popular the author is, how old the author is, whether they are alive or dead, how often they make signed copies, how often they have events. For example, Stephen King, it is quite hard to get a Stephen King signed book. There's just a bit of monopoly on certain authors. J.K. Rowling, I can't imagine she will be signing any more copies of Harry Potter, so the ones that are signed are worth a lot of money. I did see an auction going up in the UK at the end of February where they expect to make £50,000 on a first edition signed copy of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So if you are in a second-hand bookshop and you see a book that is signed by the author, it is worth checking on eBay and Amazon to see how much they are worth. Because you never know, you might be finding something that is worth a lot of money. I have 6 signed books, but 2 of them I'm giving away, so these are the ones that I'm keeping, and these are more than enough for me, if I'm honest. I have To Be Taught Fortunate by Becky Chambers. I've read this and I absolutely loved it. My friend, I think, bought this at Waterstones. I love Becky Chambers' series, the Wayfarer series, and it's just a short little novella, but it's absolutely worth picking up. So I'm just going to show you the signature on this one. She, at this point, has only published a handful of books, but she is definitely one of my favourite science fiction authors. I would highly recommend any of her books, and this was one of my favouriteest reads of 2019. I just forgot to include it in my wrap-up video. The story is about a team of astronauts who are going on a research project, and they essentially are going to 4 different planets to conduct research on whether they can be terraformed and whether they can sustain life on Earth, and also to see what kind of alien life they have on them. But there's like a little bit of a plot twist in regards to the fate of humanity, so it's really, really good. It's only 134 pages. I did read it in a day. I would definitely reread this, and I'm just absolutely over the moon to have a signed copy of this, because this is absolutely priceless to me. The fact that it is my favourite book, it's hard copy, and it's signed, priceless. Keeping this forever. Another signed book that was gifted to me by the same friend, thank you so much Rebecca, I will leave her channel link because she is also a BookTuber in the description below, is Therithmatist by Brandon Sanderson. I cannot tell you how excited I am to have a copy of this, a signed edition Brandon Sanderson book, and what's even better is it's actually, it's personalised to me. So to Vanessa from Brandon Sanderson, I mean, I'm just so excited. Brandon Sanderson is a huge name in science fiction and fantasy. I do believe that the way she acquired this was because Brandon Sanderson was visiting the local Waterstones. I'm really lucky that the local Waterstones to me is the one in Newcastle, and that is sort of like a keystone Waterstone, so they get lots of good authors in. I'm not too sure about how smaller ones would be for hosting events like this, but Newcastle's really good for it. I also haven't read this book yet. It is on my TBR pile for what I want to immediately get around to, and I have had it for a couple of years. But what I do understand of this book, it is set in a school for magic. If you want to know more about the plot of this book, I will be reading this in the next couple of months, so I'm sure I'll be making a video more in depth about it at one point. And 2 books that I acquired very, very recently, within the past week, are the Heartstopper series, Volume 1 and Volume 2, which are signed by the author, and I am absolutely dying over these covers. I did, like I said, I did find Volume 3 online, had to really stop myself from ordering it. I got these really on chance. The author had visited another local Waterstones, and I just so happened to be dropping in. I didn't go with the intention of actually getting any books, but I went in and the author had just been, and these were the only copies left. There was not a single other copy of Volume 1 or Volume 2, so I'm very, very grateful that I've been able to get them. I'm just going to show you the signature on the inside. I mean, that is like the cutest signature ever. I absolutely love this. I can't wait to get around to them. They are graphic novels, and it is an LGBTQ love story. It's really making the rounds right now on BookTube, so I'm sure you can go on anyone's channel and find out a review for this. That's it for the copies of signed editions that I have, but just for an example, I did get a signed edition of Children of Ruin for my friend Rebecca, and I did get that off Forbidden Planet. Waterstones didn't have any signed editions, so it is worth looking if you have a book in mind at both, because both of them have so many. So now, quick little announcement. It's more of a call for help, to be honest, because I am starting to do monthly themed reading. So in February, I've done a month of just purely reading standalones. So come March, I either want to have my themes as a total TBR sort of takedown, trying to read as much of these as I can, or reading a month of just purely finishing off series that I've started, and I have the rest of the books for but never got around to. So let me know in the comments which one you would want to see for the month of March. Okay, no more stalling. I'm going to get to the part that everybody came here for. I have recently reached 1,000 subscribers, and I'm absolutely thrilled. I am so grateful. So I am going to be giving away these 2 books. The first one is The Mad Ship. This is by author Robin Hobb, very, very popular fantasy author. This is a signed copy, but it is in like brand new condition. It's like an older edition book. The spine is not bent at all. I've not tried to get this sticker off. I don't know if this will focus. So this sticker here was on when I got it. I haven't tried to get it off. It's pretty stuck on there, to be honest. I'm not sure if trying to take that sticker off would damage the book, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube about how to get stickers off books without damaging. Personally, I just haven't tried to take this one off. I'll show you inside. Robin Hobb's signature. So this is, as far as I'm aware, a genuinely signed copy Robin Hobb. This is the one where when I was doing a bit of research on eBay, this was selling for like £100. So whoever gets this, you can either love it with all your heart or you can try and sell it and go out for a nice meal. I don't know. The next one is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. That is a Waterstone sticker. It is genuinely signed. I purchased this way, but it has a sticker. It's not sort of signed directly onto the book. It's got a sticker, like a plate in, with Sarah J Maas' signature on it. So how do you get these books? In the description you will find a link to the giveaway. The giveaway is powered by Rafflecopter, which I thought was just the fairest and simplest way that I could do this. All information is stored by Rafflecopter and they are hosted on my travel blog website, which is a self-hosted WordPress website. All the information belongs to me, the site belongs to me. All the terms and conditions will be on the Rafflecopter widgets. Your personal information will only be used by Rafflecopter or myself once I know who the winner is to send these out. This is open internationally. As long as Royal Mail can deliver to your country, there is no barriers for this being shipped to the winners. That is where it's open to. I've had no problem sending stuff to Australia or sending stuff to Asia and America with Royal Mail before, so I can only imagine that there isn't a country that Royal Mail wouldn't ship to. There's only 2 mandatory things that you need to do to be entered into this giveaway. The first is to subscribe to the channel, and the second is to share this video on any platform you see fit. So some examples could be by talking about it in an Instagram story, talking about it on Twitter, Facebook, Goodreads, any way that you want to sort of share the information of this video that counts towards the entries. So they are the only 2 mandatory entries. If you do share it on an Instagram story, make sure that you screenshot it or tag me in it so that I actually see that, because otherwise your evidence of entering will have disappeared. Other than that, you're not obliged to follow me on any social media accounts. I wanted this giveaway to be for people who are genuine viewers of my channel, so the other entries, which aren't mandatory, will just ask a series of questions about what I've been discussing in the last 4 videos, but all of the answers will be found in them videos. These giveaways will run until the end of March because that's just the best time for me personally, and also because I'm not finding that a lot of my viewers are watching my content straight away. They're waiting a couple of weeks and then watching it. That's just a more convenient time for me to make sure that these are getting shipped and keeping on top of this. The giveaways are on a separate widget because I didn't want to pick 2 winners and for one person to be disappointed because they're not getting the book that they really wanted. To me, 2 winners wanting the same book just wasn't really going to work out fairly enough. So you can either just apply for one of them or you can enter for both of them on both of the separate competitions. It's completely up to you, and there can be the same winner for both of them. Just however Rafflecopter picks the winners is how I'm going to do it. So yeah, that's the giveaway. Let me know in the comments which one you would want to get. Personally, I think Sarah J Maas is going to be more popular. However, this is more rare to get a Robin Hobb signed edition. So keep that in mind when you're applying for them. Let me know in the comments which one you really want, and also how I should theme my reading for the month of March. And I will see you in the next video.